Welcome, High Vibe Tribe. This is a very, very powerful week, and I just wanted to give you guys a couple of pointers and some support to help you continue in your ascension journey as we move through this very, very potent, very powerful week, literally beginning today, the 12th of February, all the way to the 18th of February. Every single day this week, we're going to have very powerful, very impactful energy. This is energy that is moving us collectively out of and individually out of this stagnant energy. It is recalibrating relationship energy. It is recalibrating things within ourselves that just we can no longer sweep under the rug. This is about being very, very honest with ourselves this week and really taking a hard look at the ways in which we have tried to hide from our own ascension, ways in which we have tried to hide from our own darkness, from our own shadow. The new moon that we just had was all about revealing aspects of the shadow, and this theme is going to continue throughout the rest of this week. So I wanted to just share 5 simple things that you can do this week to really support yourself in this ascension journey and to really allow yourself to move to the next level, because this energy this week is all about next level energy. Okay, this is about stepping out of the old ways of being, the old ways of doing, your habitual states of self, your habitual states of mind. This is what this energy is all about. So this week, it's incredibly important to nurture the mind, the body, and the soul in ways that are going to support this process, ways that are going to make this process easier and more fluid. And it's going to allow you to also step into your own flow more naturally. So when we have such powerhouse energy, we absolutely must capitalize on them. And the way to capitalize on this type of energy is by really truly nurturing mind, body, and soul. It's about eliminating things, connections, people, situations from your life that you no longer want to participate in, and really being honest and looking at yourself from this higher perspective of knowing that if something isn't in your future, then it shouldn't be in your present moment, and becoming extremely assertive when it comes to that, and really eliminating those things that are not going to be going with you into your future, and making sure that you are removing them from your present. Okay, this is very, very important in order for this ascension process to continue, in order for you to be able to capitalize on the energy that is here for you, and in order to bring in the miracles that you are already creating, miracles that are already in your vortex because you've already created a desire for them. And so it's time to allow this momentum to build and to really take you up that spiral of ascension as I see it in my mind's eye. So 5 simple ways that you can support your ascension, and not only this week, but ongoing. And this is something that you're most likely going to have to continually do as you are moving up the ascension ladder. Things that you're going to have to prune away from your life, and new things that you're going to have to adopt, and new ways of being that you're going to have to bring into your life and embody, so that you can actually truly ascend and become this next level version of yourself. So the very first thing I'm going to suggest is to eat clean. And while these 5 simple ways of supporting your ascension are going to be kind of no-brainer things, and things that I'm sure you've already heard before, it's one thing that something is simple in the sense that it's practical, but it's another thing when it comes to how easy it is to incorporate. So while these things are simple that I'm going to be mentioning, they're not necessarily easy to incorporate, and this is why I'm highlighting them this week. So make sure that you are allowing yourself to do these things, and you're kind of pushing yourself to do these things, because again, it's going to really support your ascension. So eating clean means really truly cutting out processed foods. You actually may really notice that many processed foods just actually don't resonate with you anymore. They don't taste good to you anymore. They don't have the same effect that it used to once have for you in terms of creating a sense of satisfaction or satiation. So really looking at what you're eating and gravitating more and more and choosing foods more and more that are organic in nature, that genuinely come from nature without being processed. So fresh fruits and vegetables, lentils, legumes, healthy proteins, different things like that. And again, these are simple and these are things that we know, but yet we forget. I think we don't realize how much it actually influences your vibration when you have foods that are low vibration in nature, when you have foods and drinks that are not organic, that are not natural, that are highly processed and highly influenced chemically, right? So it's very, very important to keep this in mind when you are choosing foods that you are eating. I noticed that this weekend for myself, foods I ate, even this morning, my food choice was actually not the best, and I could feel how it wasn't supporting me in the way that I needed to. I could feel sort of the emptiness of it, of how it was just calories, but it was void of nutrition. So you may notice this, and your sensitivity is most certainly going to be increasing as we move through this week. So you may more intensely feel a desire to eat cleaner and to really make much better choices for your health. Intermittent fasting is the other one I want to quickly talk about. How incredibly important and healthy intermittent fasting is, and to give your body that break. The 18-6 rule is usually what I do. So where I don't eat for 18 hours, and then I have a 6-hour window where I do eat. And that seems to work very well for me. And I'm just going to continue sticking to that. It's crazy, once you start to do intermittent fasting, your body quite adapts to it and quite enjoys it. And you will notice that things change. I noticed this week specifically that my body has been really going through a detoxification process. My body is certainly detoxifying more than usual. It is clearing out the trash, so to speak, more than usual. So really be mindful of what you are putting in your body. And I know it's easier sometimes to go the lazy route and just go grab something that's already done, but I'm really going to suggest this week to stick to clean, healthy, organic foods. The other thing is with drinks. Let's talk about drinks for a moment. So obviously, lots and lots of water. Keep your body hydrated, and stick to teas without anything in them, just natural teas, non-caffeinated teas, preferably without anything, like I said, in them. Maybe a little bit of honey, maybe a little bit of lemon. Okay, sure. But other than that, definitely avoid sugar, and just stick to liquids that, again, are cleansing in nature. So herbal teas, water, lots of clean, fresh water. I'm not talking bottled water here, and I'm certainly not talking tap water, but having some kind of a filtration system would be really, really good. The Berkey filtration system is an excellent choice. It's very, very good. The filters are carbon-based and eliminates 99.9% of everything. So I will leave a link in the description for Berkey filters if you're interested in purchasing that through Amazon. There's no affiliation. I have nothing to do with them. I'm just suggesting it because I know how good it is. The other thing with drinks is definitely stick to, again, just clean, healthy drinks, and drinks that are going to help to purify the body. So lots of lemon, lots of ginger, lemon water will be very, very fantastic to consume on a daily basis. It will further assist your detoxification process, which further assists your ascension. Putting fresh ginger into the water as well will be very, very helpful. Warm ginger lemon water first thing in the morning is wonderful for the digestive system to start your day. Really try to eliminate coffee as much as possible, or if you're going to have a coffee, have your coffee a little bit later, maybe around noon or just mid-morning, but begin the day with hydration first. Now let's talk a little bit about alcohol. Alcohol is definitely another one to cut out at this time, particularly this week. And just while I'm okay with the occasional glass of wine, I'm definitely not a drinker, so I really do not have alcohol very often at all. Probably once every, 6 months or so. Like, I really just don't feel the need to drink, so I don't. But keep alcohol to an absolute bare minimum. As a matter of fact, if you can completely eliminate alcohol, that would be best. Number 2. Eliminate stagnation in your body. Now, the way to eliminate stagnation in your body is one of the best ways, actually, I find, and quickest ways to eliminate stagnation in my body is through dry brushing. I love dry brushing, and I recently started to do it on a consistent basis. And I absolutely love the results that I'm having. It is wonderful for eliminating cellulite, for eliminating lumps and bumps on the skin. It realigns your fascia. And the biggest benefit that it has is that it helps to drain your lymphatic system. So it helps to clean out and drain the lymphatic system. Oftentimes the lymphatic system can get very filled up with a lot of toxins that are pulled from the blood. So that lymph needs to be moved regularly throughout the body, and most people have very stagnant lymphatic systems. So dry brushing is going to be wonderful in supporting this. And if you guys want me to do like a demonstration on this, or if you want me to do a whole separate video about lymph drainage, we can do that. I was a massage therapist for 17 years, so I know a thing or two about lymph drainage, but I also know how to dry brush properly to do lymph drainage. So if you're interested in that, drop in the comments below, let me know, and I will certainly look at making a video on that as well. In addition to lymphatic drainage, another way obviously to support your physical body is strength training. You absolutely must break the stagnation in the body. So if you're somebody like myself who sits a lot in front of a computer throughout the day, then doing something to forcefully flex and move your muscles is going to be very, very important. It really helps to eliminate stagnation in the body. It also helps to eliminate weakness, not only energetically, but physically, right? So doing some type of weight training or calisthenics, something that is going to really challenge your muscles, is going to be very, very helpful. That is something I would recommend to do every day. You don't need to do it for a long time. This is about taking 10 minutes a day and maybe doing some squats, doing some push-ups. Do the best that you can. It's not about perfection. It's not about how many you can do. It's just simply to challenge your muscles in some kind of way. Maybe use some light weights. There are a lot of different ways in which you can challenge your body. Start jogging, start going for runs. I've been doing walks on a consistent basis, and now I'm finding the walks are just becoming too easy. So I've started jogging, and that in itself is really speeding up my metabolism, and it's also speeding up my blood flow, which also speeds up elimination. So when you have a very sedentary job, you're going to have a lot of stagnation within the blood and within your blood flow and fluid flow, because of the fact that you are sitting a lot and the heart isn't needing to pump in a stronger way or in a faster way to help elimination or to help blood circulation. So definitely getting the heart rate up to like 120, 130 beats per minute, and consistently hold that for about half an hour on a daily basis is proven to not only support longevity, but to speed up metabolism, to help support the hormone system, to help support elimination and detoxification. So it has a lot of amazing benefits. So I really, really would recommend that. And you will have to push yourself, definitely. Like when I go and I started jogging at first this past week, I noticed it was quite challenging the first time. My legs felt so incredibly heavy when I first started jogging. And I noticed that by the time I was almost finished my half an hour, and it doesn't mean that I consistently jogged for half an hour. I jogged, then I walked for a little bit when I felt like I was running out of air. I allowed my heart rate to come down a little bit, then I started jogging again. So it's like you work your way up. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be able to run a mile right away. You run as long as you can run while you're still able to breathe, and then move into more and more and more of it as you're able. But definitely keep that going throughout the week so that you can really boost energy motion in your body. It really, really helps to release energy stagnation in the body as well. Cleanses the aura. It cleans and speeds up your energy centers. So running, jogging, weight training all have really, really amazing spiritual benefits, not just physical benefits. Let's move on to number 3. Adjust your sleep cycle. So something else I noticed for myself is that I'm now really, really craving and desiring much more to get up a lot earlier and go to bed earlier. So I used to be quite the night owl, and during certain lunations, I definitely have a little bit of a challenge falling asleep just because I'm so wired off the energy. But generally, I'm finding that I'm wanting to be in bed by 10:30, which is amazing because before it used to be on average 11:30, 12:30. So now I've bumped it back about 2 hours, my sleep cycle, and I'm noticing a huge difference. I'm able to get up earlier in the morning. I feel much more refreshed in the morning and much more energized and clear in the morning as well. So getting to bed earlier so that you can start the day earlier is going to be very, very helpful, particularly this week with the energies as powerful as they are, and just so that you can capitalize on the time that you're given, right? We're all given 24 hours in a day. We all have the same amount of time, and there is an incredible amount of self-care, self-love, and connection to source that you can accomplish first thing in the morning if you apply yourself, if you make time for that. But you do have to make time for that. So adjust your sleep cycle to the sun. Make sure that you are rising with the sun and setting with the sun. So you are settling down. When the sun is setting, you are also settling down. You're not working at that point anymore. Your brain isn't focused on work. You are more focused on really settling yourself down. You could read a book. You could play with your child if you have children, hang out with your spouse, whatever, but do something that is going to really help you to sort of down tempo for the day. Number 4, eliminate toxic or distractive social media. So I was listening to a podcast the other day and I came to this realization that it's really important to stop giving our attention to things, people, and places that are really not in alignment with us. And it's very easy actually to tell when something or someone is in alignment with you or not because of how they make you feel. And if someone is triggering you in some kind of a way, then one, yes, you should 100% be aware of your triggers and why that person is triggering you. What within you are they triggering? What within you are they showing that you don't want to see, that you don't want to acknowledge? So it's very, very important to be mindful of who you are giving your time and your energy to, because that is going to directly impact your ascension and how quickly you are able to ascend, how quickly you are able to come into full alignment with your authentic self. Following certain people, or even going on Facebook, for example, what friends, family members, acquaintances from your past, are you following, whose stories are popping up or whose posts are popping up for you and evoking some type of a potentially negative feeling within you? It's important to understand that that's basically junk media, right? It is useless, distractive information. It is information that you can 100% live without. Knowing how someone from high school is doing is useless information. It doesn't support you or put you ahead in kind of any way whatsoever. So be very discerning about who you follow, who you're watching, and who you are giving your attention to, because energy always follows attention. So wherever your attention is, that's where energy is going to go. So are you leaking energy to watching people's posts that don't matter, that don't support your life, that don't support your well-being or your mental health, that don't help you to get ahead in some kind of way? And I'm not saying that, we should only follow people that are helping us to get ahead. I'm not saying to be in this very, narcissistic energy of always just watching people that are helping us propel forward. But at the same time, why wouldn't you want to watch people that are helping you to propel forward, right? And why would you want to watch people's lives that lack authenticity? So many people post inauthentic posts. They're always posting themselves in the best light, in the best outfits, in the best circumstances, in the best situations, right? And in their best moments. It's like you're watching somebody's highlight reel constantly, and you're not watching the reality of who they truly are when the cameras are off, right? Behind the scenes. We don't see that because most people are too ashamed to post that, right? So it's important to be very conscious of this and not allow yourself to get stuck or get caught up in this loop of comparing yourself to somebody else's highlight reels, right? That's not reality. And you know that that's not reality, but your brain is fooling you into thinking well, look at this person's life. Isn't it so perfect? So no one's life is perfect. It's just that people don't post the imperfect stuff. Keep that in mind. So unfollow anyone that really isn't in your future, anyone that you don't really have any connection to whatsoever, especially people that you don't even talk to on Facebook. Like, you can just go ahead and delete those people or unfollow them or unfriend them or whatever from Facebook. And don't worry about what they're going to think or how they're going to receive that. I mean, who cares? It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are doing exactly what is authentic and in alignment with you, what feels right for you, and that you are surrounding yourself with people that are truly inspiring and motivating to you in some kind of way, that inspire you to become a better version of yourself. So this is why social media is really, really a tricky and a slippery slope to be on, to be honest, because so many of us are comparing ourselves to other people on social media when in fact the only measure of comparison that you should ever have is you comparing yourself to you. So what am I like in relation to what I was like yesterday? What am I like today? What energy am I in today in relation to the energy that I was in yesterday? That is the only comparison that you should be having, is you to you. And the progress that you make each day, the choices that you make each day, do they take you closer and closer to progress? Closer and closer to your dreams, to your goals? Do you have dreams and goals? Do you know what you want to accomplish? Do you know what you want to look like? Do you know what you want to feel like in your body on a daily basis? That is what is important. So stop wasting time scrolling. Stop wasting time looking at other people's shit. Look at your own shit on a regular basis, on a daily basis. And just be concerned about that and focus on improving that. Whether it's in the smallest, slightest little way, or whether it's in big ways by taking big steps. I will leave that up to you. And the fifth simple step to supporting your ascension journey is to clear your mind. And so this is going to piggyback a little bit on step 4 about eliminating certain social media things or even platforms that you just don't need to be on any longer because they don't support your ascension, right? So clearing the mind, the only way that you can clear the mind is by not following, by not filling it with useless information, right? Be very mindful about what you are putting into the mind on a regular basis. Are you reading books that are helping you to progress forward? Are you reading articles, or listening to podcasts or audiobooks or different things that are supporting your ascension, that are supporting, again, the betterment of you on self-improvement, whether that's physical self-improvement, whether that's mental self-improvement, emotional improvement that you want to accomplish? Are you putting and entering those types of information into the mind that are helping you to move forward? Or again, are you in a comfort zone of always consuming entertainment? Because while entertainment is awesome, and I 100% prescribe to entertainment as well, I love to be entertained too. But I now find myself more and more gravitating towards a really, really good book, nonfiction, of course, something that is inspiring me to be better, something that is expanding my mind in some kind of way. And I'm less and less inclined to filling up my mind with junk information. And the other thing too with social media is that it can be extremely overwhelming, right? The information overload that can actually burn out the mind because of this constant consumption of information, right? Every video you watch, even if it's entertainment, is information that you are taking in. So being very mindful of that information and very selective about the information that you do let into the mind. Do you allow your mind to rest? Do you do mind dumping? Mind dumping would be like journaling, for example. So when you write your dreams out, that's mind dumping. When you write down your feelings for that day, that's mind dumping. When you are writing down your hopes, your wishes, your desires, and things like that, that's also mind dumping. Everything and anything you can do to clear the mind more and more will help you to be in a state of peace. That peace is helping you to elevate your vibration and to be in a vibration of love and of peace and of surrender. So it's very, very important to keep the mind clear as much as possible. Meditation, of course, is an amazing tool for that. So beginning the day with either a guided meditation that takes you into a very focused mental space of light and of love and of self-compassion and self-support is a great way to begin the day. It's a great way to to prepare the mind for the day. And it just makes the mind more resilient. So I find the clearer that my mind is, the more clarity I have around everything, like the better choices I make, because I just know and I understand, okay, this is the next best thing for me right now in this moment that I want to choose. So this is what I'm going to eat because it feels good. This is what I'm going to think because it feels good. This is what I'm going to feel because it feels good, right? You just have more clarity around those things, and it helps you to get that clarity through clearing the mind. Affirmations are also going to be very, very helpful for this process. Intentional focus, what are you putting your focus into? Again, remember in step 4, I said eliminate social media and take your focus off of those things and redirect that focus into learning, into expanding the mind and opening it up even further than where it is right now. And the last thing I want to mention with the mind is make it solution oriented. So focus all of your energy, all of your mental energy on solution. I don't care about problems. I don't have any problems because I'm already in the solution, and all I'm focusing is on the solution. So this is how you very simply, not necessarily easily, but very simply align yourself this week to these highly supportive, highly charged energies that are, and if you do this work, if you really pay attention to these things that I was talking about this week, you're going to notice a huge shift. It is absolutely incredible and mind-blowing how quickly we can shift into right alignment with things when you are simply taking the right action steps. And while I said these steps are simple, they may not necessarily be easy. So can you muster the strength? Can you bring forth the courage within you to keep making those good choices, even if it's just for this week? Even if it's just for this week, can you just allow yourself to be in this energy and say, you know what, this week, because it's an important week, I'm going to be in mind, body, and heart coherence and alignment with self-improvement, with really expanding and opening myself to all of the possibilities life has to offer. I wish you guys a blessed week, a wonderful week, and I hope that you try some of these things out, that you pay attention to these things and how they can support you, and really put them into practice, because let me tell you, this is a bomb of a week, and we're going to have some really incredible twists and turns, and I think some shocks and some surprises, some miracles, and all of these are going to be possible even more to you, and they are going to open up channels of availability even more to you if you can align your energy in the appropriate ways. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys. I love you all. Take care. Hit a like on the way out. Subscribe to the High Vibe Tribe here on this channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.